again, it's on.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another all-star panel of Opinionation. Yes, all-star. In the house tonight, we have a special guest. My man, Mikhail the filmmaker. What's up, Mike? How are you, bro?
Oh, I'm excellent. You guys?
Hey, man, we're here. I mean, I'm glad to be alive. Don't get me wrong. Look at Val. Wait, did you steal Val? Did you
Yeah.
steal Val?
My magnet brought her in.
Oh, clearly. Val is like a little regular here, so Val is over. Okay, cool. We have your boy Cronus the Ill. Unmute yourself, brother. To just give the people a salutation. Say hello to the people.
Yeah, what up, peoples? What up?
Yeah.
Yeah,
and you got your man's That's Not True in the building. Hassan McCullough. Oh, you ain't got nothing to say? You gonna say
Peace.
Okay, cool.
Peace and salutations.
Say word. Say word. And the scholar, Kenneth Mickens. What's up, bro?
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah,
Welcome
man.
To the new guest.
Look at Valerie coming in here just like a black person.
And Mr. Wee Juice.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. And here comes Val.
And here is Val.
Here comes Val.
I'm getting in there.
How are you, Val?
I do.
And there's like a total echo
She
hookup.
can't be in the same room.
Right. Val always takes the show to another level.
Make a universal flow type of thing.
Yeah.
With Val always takes the show.
Yeah, totally. Wormholes crossing and the whole thing. Okay, so look. There's been a lot of interesting things. This has been an interesting year. Just the whole year. The year kicked off with the admittance of UFOs in the sky by the U.S. government. That never happened before. Like, come on. And then we had this thing introduced to the planet called ChatGPT. What's that? What is ChatGPT? What does that do? Oh boy, if you don't know about that yet, I don't even know what to tell you, man. But Kenny, the scholar, sent me Valerie. Could you just mute your mic because you are out in the streets?
Can you hear me? Okay, go ahead. Let me mute it.
Okay, cool. Thanks, appreciate you. So Kenny sent me a video, and the other day, and the video was on cloning. The video spoke about being able to take one cell, Mike, and clone you completely from one cell. One of your cells can turn into another whole Mike. This is what the video was about. So I started to think about the fact that, there is something called transhumanism that is trying to take hold. I've heard the term as long ago as 20 years ago. And now, can everybody see this screen? Can everybody see?
Yeah, the screen was stopping up, but I see it on the side here. So
okay, you see it now?
I see it on the side. What's in front of me? Oh yeah, I got it.
Okay,
got
cool. It. Solid. So listen, let's go over the definition real quick of transhumanism. All right.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Well, I had it now. It's like trying to elude me. Here we go. Let's go with what Wikipedia is talking about first. Transhumanism is a philosophical and intellectual movement which advocates the enhancement of the human condition by developing and making widely available sophisticated technologies that can greatly enhance longevity and cognition. Okay, then there's another one that was really good too.
I got a question for who?
What's up? Go on, man. What is it?
They didn't tell you who was going to be extending. They just said extending transgestion and longevity. You're assuming like that means you, aren't you?
I hear you. No, I hear you. Let's get one more definition. Transhumanism now. The belief or theory that the human race can evolve beyond its current physical and mental limitations, especially by means of science and technology. All right, before we go any further, can you all see this screen? Did the screen switch or is it the same screen?
Same screen.
Same screen. All right, let's try this. Let's do this. Start from the beginning. I got one more just to share. A little screen shareage. Little screen Sheraton.
Screen share right there.
Yeah, I'm not great at navigating this. I'm gonna be very honest with you. Like my navigation skills, you know what I mean, to be a geek aren't the greatest with this. I don't know if it's me or the tech. I'm trying right now to get to Elon Musk's Neuralink page so that we can see what the requirements are to get our new Neuralink on. Yeah, see, this thing is not. It ain't trying to help me right now. It's really not. Nah, it don't like me right now. Let me just go ahead and read what is on. Oh, here we go. Here we go. You see how crazy this is, man? Like it just does what it wants to do. Here we go. Can you all see that?
Nope.
No. See, this is not the way the show's supposed to go. Do I need to edit this show this week? Are we seeing that? We got it. Okay. Finally. Jeez, the old dude. Here we are at Neuralink.com, everyone. We found ourselves here. What's the date? 2023, Wednesday, May 31st is what everybody's calling it. This is on the landing page of Neuralink.com. It states, our mission, create a generalized brain interface to restore autonomy to those with unmet medical needs today and unlock human potential tomorrow. Now, it says it's a brain-computer interfaces have the potential to change lives for the better. We want to bring this technology from the lab into people's homes. What else are they talking about? All right, now here we have a little diagram of the Neuralink. It says implant. Our brain-computer interface is fully implantable, cosmetically invisible, and designed to let you control a computer or mobile device anywhere you go. See, I know Cronus is into this. I know he want to get this. Biocompatible enclosure. The N1 implant is hermetically, remember that word, it's hermetically sealed in a biocompatible enclosure that withstands physical conditions several times harsher than those in the human body. So it's saying it can take, your funk and all that. You know what I'm talking about? Battery.
Take a lick and keep on ticking.
Right? The M1 implant is powered by a small battery charged wirelessly from the outside via a compact inductive charger that enables easy use from anywhere. So you're going to get your battery charged. You understand me? You know what I'm saying? They're going to put a battery in your back and everything. Chips and electronics. Advanced custom low-power chips and electronics process neural signals, transmitting them wirelessly to the Neuralink application, which decodes the data stream into actions and intents. Last one, fellas, and ladies. Last one. Threads. The N1 implant records neural activity through 1,024 electrodes distributed across 64 threads. These highly flexible, ultra-thin threads are key to minimize damage during implantation and beyond. Man, listen. Okay, now we got a show now. Now we got a show. See? Now we got some ish to talk about. So you telling me, melanated men, melanated women. That's where so in 1 year, UFOs are real. The computer is talking back to me like it's Kenny. Okay? Full conversation. Even better than Kenny. Okay?
Nothing better than Kenny.
Okay. And the Neuralink is on the market. Mike, you can jump in today. Mike, talk to me. Are you interested in the Neuralink?
Absolutely 1,000% no.
What you mean? Why not?
Do we want to believe everything that the government or the private industries tell us? Yeah, they preach a good, propaganda game. You get all these benefits. They got the corresponding movies. If I get this inside my body, I'm a better person. I can be superhero.
My body.
Yeah. But as you know about me, the human body right now is most people only are using 5% of their potential. What's the other 95% like?
Yeah.
What's that subconscious like? And see, here's where the humans have an advantage over any type of so-called artificial advanced intelligence. The humans have a direct link to the creator through their subconscious. Their subconscious is a timeless dimension. I've had a direct interface with this dimension, meaning when I first had this hobble over this studio right here, I had a terrible partner who was basically squatting on the studio. We couldn't get along. We knew we had to come at an impasse. I offered him cash.
Mike, you don't have to talk about Valerie like that. You don't have to speak about Valerie. That's not necessary. This is a family show.
No,
So that's why she
that
went
is
to the car.
unacceptable.
That's funny.
That's why she went to the car.
That's why she's in the car right now.
But
I'm sorry, Mike. Go ahead.
But to sum it up, he wouldn't take the money, and it was just looking like nobody was going to be using the studio. So that night I had a theta breathing session. When your brain is in theta mode, that's a direct link to your subconscious. When you wake up in the morning, you're a little bit in theta mode, then you get more in the alpha beta mode. Same thing when you're drifting off to sleep. So it puts you in a direct communication with your subconscious. And my subconscious told me to do one thing. And once I did that one thing, 3 weeks later, miraculously, not only does my partner walk away and take all of his stuff out of the building, he also writes the leasing company and says he wants outside of the lease.
Oh, I got you.
So here's where they plagiarize our spirituality and they recreate it into technology and entertainment. So you reverse engineer the navigating system that gets you to where you need to go, and imagine that your subconscious is your navigating system.
Okay.
Meaning it'll get you to your destination, and it may want to get there in a due time, but in many cases there's lessons and knowledge to absorb while on that path.
Okay,
So
let me ask you this though, Mike.
But hold on, Mike.
Yeah, but let me ask you this, Mike. I mean, what that got to do with you getting inside the singularity? Why can't you let all that greatness inside the singularity, my niggas?
Oh, because go ahead. Does somebody want to say something?
I'm about to say, but not all. So you talking about people that have spirits and stuff, but they're not all people. All these people got spirits, so you got to have them part of the other stuff, the technology. So
are you trying to say there's a distinguish between people who look in humanoid form, saying some have spirits and some don't?
Hassan deep with that. Hassan is real deep with this. Go ahead, Hassan.
Mike, listen, you already know that there's some people who are NPCs.
Oh.
There are some people who don't even have souls. You know this already.
What's an NPC, bro?
Yeah, thank you.
Non-player
character.
Extra in the movie.
In real life, you're telling me that there's real life extras.
In real life, NPCs.
Bring us black.
There's people who don't have souls or consciousness.
Kendo, as you can hear, my good friend Michael has gone to the University of Hassan. You can clearly hear it. You can clearly hear it. So,
but
yes, I go ahead, Hassan. You're doing very well.
But no. I was just don't forget them, Mike, because Yeah, there's people who have
Red
souls,
juice.
and the other ones that no. But what you talking about the Jews?
Dude, listen, let me say
But
something to you.
I'm gonna let Mike take over because I want to talk about something totally different. But I understand what Mike is talking about.
Well, I want to get Kendo in here because, listen, again, you and Mike, and I do too, y'all niggas live in the Kuiper Belt. Like I need somebody closer to the sun to bring us, so that Earthlings can understand what we're talking about. Because, right now, we gone. Like, we got to come back a little bit. Kenny, the Neuralink is available. The Neuralink is available for your purchase. It will allow you to have access to the internet. You will be as smart as the Chat GPT. You will be the singularity. Are you getting in?
Here's the thing, though. The people who created this technology haven't shown the capability of doing right with it.
Oh.
So just because you have maybe you have the capability of doing something.
First of all, this dude right here gonna tell you there's no right or wrong. I'm gonna tell you right now.
No, I was just about to say that, but I just left that alone.
Again,
there's no difference.
When you might not think about it as right or wrong, but if you're telling me someone can control you that hasn't shown the capabilities of being moral, they're actually shown a lot of amoral things throughout our
they've actually taught their own amorality.
They have. So
Mr. Mickens, can I say and interrupt you and say the Caucasians were invented? What you're talking about was talking about them just now, okay, who don't follow suit. He was just saying that.
Again, I was trying to get back closer to the sun. But yeah, okay. Yeah.
If they are robots and if we invented them to antagonize us, then we're even worse.
That is a script. That's
not in. It's about duality. The sun and the moon, yin and yang. That's what they're invented for. The
but don't do that.
self.
Hold on. Don't do that. Hold on. Okay. The moon is not the yang of the sun. Don't do that.
Yes,
the sun. Don't disrespect the sun like that, bro. How dare you?
It is.
The moon is not the yang of the sun, my niggas. Don't do that.
Because the Caucasians have no melanin, and the moon is what they thrive off. That's what their energies off the moon.
But the moon is not the yang of the sun. The moon would have to be on par with the sun, Hassan, for balance, for it to be yang. The moon is not the moon is in the system of the sun, my nigga. Like the little sun behind you in the Golden Gate Bridge back there. Like the moon is not the opposite of that.
I think what Hassan might be saying is the moon is the yin and yang of certain beings on this planet.
That's something different. That's something different.
That requires energy. What if life is all about energy?
That's for sure.
So there's certain people who may have a soul and have melanated skin who can get direct access to infinite energy from the creator. And then there's those who can get a derivative of the energy. Maybe that's the moon.
So they don't got the direct connect. They don't got the real connect.
No, they don't.
They got the pseudo connect.
Valerie. This is a proven fact, and I'll leave it at that.
These are the people that are already invented. You guys are talking about transhumanism that already happened by the Yakub years ago.
Ooh, you know what?
So you guys are talking about something that's already been effect already.
I'm not even. You know what?
It out now.
In respect to this conversation, Hassan, I'm not even mad at you on that because you know what? If we can do it now, why couldn't we do it then? Don't play with me. Yeah.
You didn't wait. Hold up.
If we can do it now, that means it ain't nothing new under the sun.
I have more.
I know you have more, Hassan. I know you have more. We have a long show. We'll be back, Valerie.
Yes.
Now you're a pretty old lady. I don't mean old and OLD. I mean OLE. You're a pretty old lady. Would you, for longevity? Now let me say, women love attention. Let's not play games. The number one currency for a woman is attention. Let's not play games. And you telling me that you can get linked up to the singularity and you would get all these messages directly in your head all day. Oh, you fine. Well, I like your shape. Oh, girl, what you wear today? You get all that constantly. Would you go for it, Val? Are you going to link up?
Well, first, let me say, I just got my nails done, and it says 777.
Mike,
so I'm being
attention.
angelic.
See this?
I'm
Just walk right
today.
into it.
Look at that, 777.
They look lovely,
right,
doll. They look lovely.
9311.
Self, okay? So here's the thing. No, I would not go for it.
Duh.
I would not because
I thought you was gonna do it.
No, hell no. Absolutely not. That's too much for me.
Val.
Other women may enjoy something like that, but as for me, I'm not interested. As you guys know, I had mentioned before, my Facebook had got hacked again. Because I had got like 1,300 friend requests in less than a day, mainly from all guys.
Okay, time out.
Time
Stop the show. Stop the world. You think you got hacked because you got 1,300 messages from men?
I didn't. I don't think you got hacked. I don't think anything.
Let me explain something to you in life.
No, you don't need to explain anything to me. I don't think anything. I know I got hacked because I could not get back into my account because the password was changed, and they took away my number, so I could not use the two-factor authentication.
Did you happen to put up like a bikini pic that day or the day before?
No, I just actually put up a clip of one of my shows and had it distributed, and it was distributed across the United States, and I got a huge following from it.
Okay. Well, so Val, that's not being hacked. Then. That's
no. I got hacked because I could not get back into my account. Someone went in and changed information.
And so basically, you're saying being hacked. You don't want to get the Neuralink because you don't want your brain to be hacked. Is what you're saying?
That is actually a good point. I just am not interested in anything of that nature. I don't want anything foreign in my body like that. No, thank you.
And okay, before we get to Chronosdale, Val, just one more question.
What?
All the other ladies, of your ilk, of your social standing are Neuro LinkedIn, and they're all strutting around with new information and they're quicker than you. That's not, women are very, how do I say, groupthink.
Beautiful.
They are beautiful, but they think a lot in groups, meaning if one woman starts to do, all the other women like group up. You telling
me? Are you saying we run like a pack of wolves?
I actually am saying that. I actually am saying that. Yeah, pack of wolves, pack of chicken heads. Chicken heads might be more appropriate, but yeah.
Oh, hell no. And men don't, huh?
Men have their own other issues. I'm not taking men off the hook, no. But women do run in packs, particularly. And I will just say, if you see a bunch of women of your ilk with the Neuralink and they seem to be doing fine, and you're not going to want to.
No, I'm going to watch them for a few years. It's just like when they were talking about getting vaccinated for COVID, right? Same kind of premise. There are people that ran off and did it immediately. I did not. Yeah. I said, let me sit back and watch and see what the heck is going to happen.
And we've seen what's happened, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. So same premise, same thing.
Chronosdale, last but definitely not least, before we just
get to me,
break this wide open. What you mean get to you, Hassan? You broke in.
Give Hassan a chance.
Can you really deal with this guy? Yo, this guy's wild. This guy, hey Cronus.
Yo, what y'all niggas talking about?
We're talking about the Neuralink. You mean to tell me 15 minutes going by, you don't even know? Okay. We're talking about the Neuralink.
Y'all niggas get rap. Y'all be having raps, cause like I seen the movie Limitless. You know what I mean? Like for real, you know what I mean? Why don't you just pop an Adderall? You know what I mean? Then you'll unlock that potential.
Yeah.
The Adderall?
Yeah, just pop
it. It does do that. He ain't lying.
Yeah, will pop an Adderall.
But will the Adderall give you access to the whole internet and and give you brain power unparalleled?
You're moving at the speed of lightning, I'll tell you what.
Got access to the internet, right? I'm all right.
So you're not getting in, is what you're saying. You're not getting in.
Yeah, I'm cool, guys.
All right, well let me tell you all this story real quick. Oh, I'm sorry, Hassan. Talk to us about the Neuralink. You sound look like you are already connected. Would you link up?
Dom, I'm already linked up. What you talking about, man? You seen that cartoons?
Can I just say this before you get too deep into it, Hassan? Okay. You look like you about to say, ain't nobody came to talk to you, Otis.
No, how about Tyrese? He looking like Tyrese, the alter Tyrese ego. For real.
Boy, what would we do without TTT? I'm here to tell you, man. Hassan, Hassan, you're saying you were talking about the Yakub, right? You were talking about this story where it says that. Listen, I'm moderating.
Okay, yes,
I'm moderating. That the Caucasians were created by a particular entity called the Yakub. Now, I'm saying to you that story, always seemed a bit fanciful, but you know what? What's crazy is if we're doing it today, like if it's capable today, why wouldn't it have been capable 3,000 years ago? Like what? Like what? I don't do this whole we're evolving. No, we're just going around in a loop. Things come around and things leave and come back. So I kind of rock with you on that. But go ahead, explain a little bit of that to us, if you will.
The Yakub was part of the Anunnaki. He was the big head scientist, the one that you see in cartoons. What's the dude on the cartoon with the big old head?
Know what you're talking about? Yeah, I mean there was a few of them.
So all of them are considered the big head scientists, the Yakub, all of them. And even though people don't have no idea, but the big head scientists invented all races of all the Caucasian race.
Not the melanated race.
Not the melanated race. They were here.
Okay.
He invented the Caucasian race. That's the part of the duality of us. Because
now why?
The duality. The duality. So it took him 200 and something years to invent the first race, and that was the Indian people. Then it took him another 200 and some years to invent the Asian people. And then from the Asians, he invented the Caucasians. That's why it's called 666, because it took him 666 years to invent those people. So it's 3 races of men. It's on the pyramids when they're talking about the races of men.
Well, okay, okay. Let's we're gonna stay right here with it, Mike. You're gonna try to help me out if you can, and Kenny and. Listen,
but the cloning stuff has already been in effect. It's already been existing. That's why they invented other people.
You have got to give us 1 teaspoon at a time, brother. Like, are you serious right now?
Cereal bowl.
Like, yeah, you like really like you got like the biggest bowl in the house with the half a gallon of milk inside the bowl with all the Captain Crunch. My nigga, hold up. Let's break this down for a second because we are in the age of transhumanism. We're in that age. Like, you can't talk about, oh, no, that's in the future. No, that's on sale.
So I'm going to say something. You guys seen the movie The Guardians of the Galaxy, the new one that just came out?
Love it. I just got finished watching it bootleg on my phone.
That's the Yakub is in the movie. The big-headed scientist is in the movie. They talking about him in the movie. You knew that, right? Did you miss that?
No, I mean, I didn't. I'm still watching the movie. I didn't see the big head scientist yet.
So the melanate is the indigenous brother with the big head, the widow's peak and stuff like that.
Okay,
that's the Yakub, the one who invented. So it's deep. The history of all that stuff is really deep, and they have the technology. That's why they invented in all the animals, he also invented them too. Like some of the.
So let me insert my story right here since you kind of said it.
Go ahead. My bad.
So in 1996, I had a little device. It was somewhat, you could call it like one of the first like iPads, but it was a foldable. It was actually a foldable. You know how you got your foldable phones? It was a little computer foldable device. And, I'm a nerd. I've had little silly shit like that all my life. And I could put this little PCMCIA card, that's what it was called, a PCMCIA card, on the side of it, and it would give me Reuters and what's the other one? Associated Press news. It would come across the screen, it would give me all kinds of news. So this is why this is my personal testimony. In 1996, the summer, I'm at work. I'm in LA. I'm living in Los Angeles at the time, and I get a news flash across the screen of the little computer that says, "First human baby cloned." So this is 1996, and it said first human baby cloned. And I was like, oh shit, that's what we on now? Like, whoa. So that night, I'm looking for it in the news, like evening news. I'm sure they're going to mention something about the first bit. Didn't hear nothing about it. It just came across this AP, Associated Press, little ticker tape thing on my I said about to say phone, just a little computer device. Okay. Cut to 2 weeks later. Literally 2 weeks later. Now, I don't know if it was to the day, but it was definitely 2 weeks later. I get another little thing across my little computer. It says, Dolly, the sheep, has been cloned. Dolly, the sheep. Everybody remembers Dolly, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought
nobody remembers hearing about no human, but nobody remembers hearing about no human, right? Right.
I thought that was the 80s, Don.
Hold on. Let's not miss the point. Hold on. Let's not miss the point.
Okay. Right.
They had announced internationally that a human was cloned. And then either somebody took that off, or either it was only supposed to be announced once for those that were listening and seeing, those that have ears and eyes. But it was only once. And then the next, like the 2 weeks later, it was Dolly the sheep, and that was on the evening news. The sheep had been cloned. But they had already sent the word out that humans, I read it with my own eyes. Like, nobody told me. I saw it myself from the same storyline, the same press service. So I just say that to say that there's nothing new under the sun. I mean, when you talk about a technology like the Singularity, aka ChatGPT, being in our hands right now, you got to question everything, folks. You got to understand, if it's in our hands now and it's light speed, yeah, it can answer your questions. It can create for you all kinds of stuff. That means that it's been around. Like, God knows how long. And if it's light speed, that means it's been around forever. Mike, talk me down. Like,
talk you down from not getting the device?
Well, not from getting in. No, talk me down from saying everything that we've learned since the beginning of our lives has been orchestrated. If you have a time machine, Mike, that means a time machine will have always existed. Do you get that? You understand that? Once you have a time machine, that means it always existed. What I'm saying to you is there's something light speed that's touching our culture right now. We're not light speed. Some of us can barely think light speed, and we're not light speed in terms of physicality. So my question, Mike, is like, is it time to question everything in the age of the Neuralink?
Absolutely. It's time to question every single thing. So I'll say this to answer your question. If you want to get hooked up, do you want to get hooked up to the Singularity internet, this artificial reality? Or do you want to get hooked up with the creator's reality?
No.
And one is basically plagiarizing the other.
Is it not all God? Can you have sections of God, different factions?
I would say, it's been difficult for me to absorb that God created everything, so God created the devil as well. And I do.
Yeah. Oh, right there, Mike. There, that's where we live. It's right there, Mike. Yeah.
And I used to get very angry at that.
But what did you come up with? What did you come up with?
The adversary is very motivating. The adversary really gets underneath my skin. And without the adversary, I may not want to get off my ass and do anything.
Okay. So I love that. But is that not God? See, I'm just into definitions. I'm into definitions. And if we're going to have a definition of something that's in control of all things, right? Something that created all things, something that's in control, that has all foresight and hindsight, then that means that it's negative also.
Yeah. But here's the beauty with destiny already pre-written control. It's both. Something does have control, and we have free will.
That's a whole nother show. We've talked about that.
Listen, you know how we weave and bob, but Mike did that. I didn't do that.
And I wanted to bring it back to the cloning. Now, with the cloning, I'm of two minds with it. Mm-hmm. One, I know the people who would control it don't have the morals, don't have the control methods to keep it from getting out of hand. But at the same time, when you see people who've gone through horrific injuries, brain injuries or something, you wonder, could cloning help that? No. Could cloning help in areas where food isn't as plentiful? No. So you wonder, could it be a good thing if we could control ourselves to do it right?
No.
Well, hold on, Kenny. You're talking about listen. You're talking about a government caring for the people when they're the one that's making the people sick. But then you say, well, we should give them a cure, but we're the one that made them sick. How's that work?
Well, there's a point, Kendo.
I said it's duality to it, because if we have that capability, it could be a good use. But they haven't shown the capability.
People are just.
They haven't shown the restraint to be. They haven't. Their history, or the history you've seen, hasn't shown that they would do it for the betterment.
True indeed. Valerie, bring yourself back in here. If you can clone yourself and make another Valerie, would you do it? Like, like this Valerie, like
I've
you like certain things. What if your other Valerie likes the stuff I like? I can date that Valerie, and then
you know what?
I've already.
She's already done that. She was smart.
You've cloned yourself?
I have a beautiful daughter. I have a beautiful daughter, and she is basically me to the 10th power.
I meant without having the need for a man. The community, the alphabet community is going to love this shit. Like, you don't even need the opposite sex now. You can just take a molecule of Cronus and make a whole nother Cronus. This is what we're talking about, folks. I don't know if y'all understood what I was saying. The cloning is that they only need one of your cells. They don't need to put it with nobody else. They'll make a whole nother Kendo with one of Kendo's cells.
Can I interject just for 1 second?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
You just said that they can clone the whole human body just from one cell.
This is what they said.
Okay. Isn't that like, what do they call it? Holographic or holographic? Oh. Isn't that holographic technology where you have the whole in every single individual expression?
That's why we are one.
And the expression can recreate the whole. Now, do you want to be the whole of the creator, who is infinite and abundant and omnipresent and omnipotent and all that kind of stuff? Or do you want to be part of, as you just said, recreate a carbon copy?
Well, listen, I mean, for my money, it's all like, even though we're calling things artificial, I have an issue with that. Because what's artificial? Like, you can say some people are artificial. I know some people that are fake as these damn lenses in my glasses.
That's your perception. That is your perception. They may not think they're fake. When they're talking about artificial, we're talking about, like something that's an object, like technology. It's an object, like the chip that you're talking about. That's an object.
Well, but why is that artificial?
It's not human.
Somebody might come here and look at the trees and be like, "Those are artificial. Those aren't on my planet." What's that?
I mean, there are artificial trees out there, but then there are real trees.
Artificial. That just means they're not on your planet.
All right. Hello.
Well, okay. So let me show. Oh my God! Let me show y'all what I'm doing. Let me. Did y'all just walk right into? Oh my God! So some things might not be from your planet, and you just don't know. Damn it! And you just go with the origin stories of what the damn European told you since you were a kid, and you go with that. Okay, I get. And you know what? Intelligence says no, 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 no. Because like game recognized game, intelligence recognizes intelligence. And I'm here to tell you something. Slave masters, lazy folk that didn't want to do work 150 years ago, didn't do this. They didn't do it. They stole a lot of stuff. Benjamin Franklin ain't discovered no electricity. How you discover what's in your brain and what's in the sky? Huh? Electricity was in the sky before Benjamin Franklin was ever thought of. And he talking about he discovered it? Bruh. So the origin stories can kick rocks for Dom. I mean, I get it. You know, we all were taught a certain set of values to kind of live our lives. And I've just had to deconstruct all of that, knowing what I know now. Like once you deal with the time machine, you realize, oh my God, there's always been a time machine. So once you recognize a chat GPT or a singularity is in your hand speaking back to you, you recognize, no, humans didn't do this. Well, first of all, just to Kenny's point, the humans, did Kenny say that or was it a sign? Somebody mentioned it that these are horrible people, immoral people, right? So the immoral people, trust and believe, were not brilliant also. Like I promise you.
Nope.
I promise you. So this is not us. I want to say that equivocally. It seems like if anyone gets their hands on the Bing bot, they would soon know, wait a minute. But no, because number one, Mike, it's powered by the same thing we're using to have this conversation. And that's the L. What's the L? Well, the ancients called the L God. The L is electricity. Now, we ain't making electricity. Electricity is constant. It don't go away. So when your smartphone is smart because of electricity, and you and I think we're intelligent using electricity, what does that say? We're using the same fundamental element. That's not created by us. That's all I'm trying to say when I say that we didn't do it. We didn't make electricity, so we're not responsible for the fundamental element that's powering your smartphone. And guess what? It's powering us too. So when you talk about transhumanism, boy, oh boy, something wants to get in. Something wants to merge. Cronus, why you don't want to merge? You ain't trying to merge with the singularity, my niggas? You can be faster. $6 Million Man. Dun, 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 dun. Stronger, faster. You don't want that, Chris? Wait a minute, Chris, you be in the gym. You're in the gym every day. You don't want to get stronger? Or just the body, not the mind? Go ahead.
Nah, I'm going to stay in my own lane. I ain't got time to merge.
Oh, you ain't for the merge?
Nah.
Wow, I'm so surprised, Val. You ain't for the merge? You ain't trying to get merged up?
Not at all.
Okay, Hassan, you gonna stay on the you ain't with it either, Hassan? Y'all think it's fake, y'all think it's artificial. It's not God. It's not God, right? So the bear is artificial too? Like if it's alive, see, I can't get into the artificial part, Mike. That's why I say it's advanced. That A stands for advanced, not artificial. How is anything artificial? Anything.
But are we ready for it?
Oh, that's a whole nother.
We better be. We gotta be.
It's here.
I mean, we haven't shown. Again, I don't think we've shown the capability of
intelligence.
We got to introduce the word harness or harvest. We haven't shown the ability to harness these technologies or whatever. It's just like with electricity. You've seen it coming down. People seen it coming down through lightning or things like that, or maybe through what is it called
Sex?
when you kind of rub something and get the spark? So someone seen it and thought, how can I harness that? So electricity was there. It's just a matter of, have we developed the capability of harnessing it?
Well, and I mean, listen, the capability is here. Something has shown us how to harness. I'm just saying that, it's been around forever. Kenny's been in the pyramids. He's been to Egypt, better known as Kemet. Kenny has seen the light bulbs. There's light bulbs on the walls of the pyramids, or at least on the walls of the plaza. So there's light bulbs dating back to Kemet. So there's nothing new in terms of this technology. It's just that it's contacted us again. Look, the planet was dark for thousands of years, Mike. Like when slavery was hitting in this country, nighttime hit, you couldn't see your hand in front of your face. The planet went dark. I asked the question a couple of weeks ago, Mike, were the pyramids our friends or foe? The reason I asked that is because, I really do think the pyramids, the plateau at Giza, was lit up like the Vegas Strip in its heyday. Like lit up, lights, the whole thing. It was a thing to see. It was where people went at night. And that went dark. Look, the light bulbs are on the walls. So they had light. But it went dark. So it makes me say, because of the world I live in now, we love all of our accoutrements. We love the lights, right? Hold on. Let me land. As what's the boy name? Boo Capone. Let me land. Listen, the lights are back, Mike. The lights are back, Val. Look at our world. Now, yeah, you can say for melanated people 200 years ago in this land, it wasn't cool. But in other lands, it might have been fine. But look at the world since we've touched electricity again. Look at the morality, Kenny. Look at the morality from your grandparents' era where there was some lights to now where everything is lit. No pun intended. Mike, is the L the enemy? We don't seem to know how to act when the L contacts bars.
Wow. That's a good, interesting question. The L, meaning, is electricity.
They called L God back in the day, bro, and they were talking about electricity. Electricity's everywhere. That's why they say it was God. Electricity's omnipresent. It's in us. It's in me and you. It's in the air, and the sun is an electromagnetic storm. It's everywhere. That's why they called it God. They called L God. And so my question is L the enemy? Because it seems like when the lights come on, humans, I'm talking about at least for our species, we act a fool. We don't know how to act. Our culture changes. Everything gets crazy when the lights come on.
Well, I mean, once again, we go back to the original part. Is everybody on this planet human?
Oh.
Does everybody have access to the source? Oh. There's two sources of energy. You have access to the source, or you take from other people or other living creatures.
Okay.
Those are the two sources of energy.
So
let's break that binary. So the people who don't have access to the source are looking to manipulate those who do have access to the source and keep them in the mind lock where they don't even know that they have access to the source.
Deep. That's deep. Wait a minute. Are you talking about religion? Don't do that. Don't camouflage religion.
No, he's talking about frequency, man. You already said the darkness.
Oh.
I'm just talking about that theory that those are the two forms of energy.
Hey, yo, check this out. Check this out. Everybody look at Val right now.
She being cloned.
Val. Yeah, Val. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Val. That's
what you think. Wow. How is she holding on to the phone?
Yeah. Hey.
She's falling asleep and keeping the phone steady.
I'm propping the phone up on my hand on the purse, okay?
Somebody said she getting cloned. That's crazy.
Hey, I love that. Hey, Val, we're glad you're here. Yeah. And you look lovely as you sleep. You understand me? Okay. Hey, be careful. Somebody might link you up to the Neuralink while you're in there. Link you up real quick. Mike, you make
Let me ask
a
this
great
question,
point.
bringing it back to cloning.
Yeah, no, we here. Listen.
So let's say as we go forward, as people try to, or people so-called accept this uplink, as you're saying. So of course, they're going to say, I want to make you better.
Yeah.
Of course.
They're going to say, maybe I want that blonde hair and blue eyes.
Yeah.
I want that hazel eyes. So now your cloning becomes different. And now, again, now you get into those, is that called eugenics?
That's called designer. That's called designer cloning, designer babies. That's exactly what it is.
Again,
eugenics is getting rid of niggas, man.
No, can we also throw this into the mix?
Why wouldn't people who've been trying continue to try to live longer and, like you said, get rid of certain people? And it ain't just black people. Sometimes it's getting rid of the undesirable or the undesirable.
Well, that's always what it was about, the undesirables, the uncivilized.
It's called useless eater.
That's what the vaccine was about, homie.
Yes. Yo, but I want to stay here for a second. Somebody brought up the Guardian of the Galaxies, and that kind of clicks into this conversation about transhumanism. You all also remember the franchise X-Men. You all also know that we've spoken about the fact that ain't no sci-fi under the sun that ain't came true. None. No sci-fi that we've been privy to has not come true. From flying cars to dematerializing of protons, everything has come true. So check this out. Transhumanism. It's not only humans getting into the singularity, linking up, but you know, the Guardian of the Galaxies, the X-Men, it's specialized in splicing genes. The little raccoon named Rocket on Guardian of the Galaxy, he was a talking raccoon. He could speak English better than Chris.
He has melanin. He was represented as carbon.
Wow. Wow. He said the raccoon.
Carbon.
He said the
he
coon.
says carbon.
You see how he did that? The raccoon.
Exactly. The whole thing was that he's a coon.
You see,
but it's
the red juice is being drunk. This is madness. You see? We drinking the Kool-Aid, Hassan. I'm just here to tell you. We drinking the Kool-Aid. We drinking.
Listen.
Yeah, that was the high evolution.
But that goes to what I'm talking about, Dom. The Rocket was upset that they experimented on him in so many different ways. So why wouldn't...
So I just want to go out on a limb, Mike. I want to be one of the first to say, ooh, me, ooh. Rocket is real somewhere in somebody's laboratory. Rocket is here. I promise you, Rocket was here before we were born. Rocket was here before we were born. I'm saying, I like to say stuff because it usually comes through. Rocket was here before we were born. He was somewhere 30 stories down in Cheyenne Mountain. Government facility. Rocket,
Dom,
real entity.
Listen, you guys don't understand, but they've already been doing this already.
Wait a minute. You don't understand. I literally just said that.
I know.
You clearly don't understand that I literally just said what you just said.
You look at certain actors that are the same people. Actors in Hollywood, Disney has a project of people been cloning people. Miley Cyrus and Justin Bieber are the same people. They look exactly the same.
No, they don't.
Look at these.
Yes,
they do.
No,
yes, they do.
They may have the same hairstyle, but they dang sure don't look alike.
They have the same features. You have to look at pictures of them. They're the same people.
No, they're not.
I can show you. They have.
I would go with
created people to do the same.
Your father. Never mind.
Listen, hey, son. Listen.
I can show you information. They've been doing this already.
Well, Hassan, you're gonna have to show it to me because I don't believe it.
I can send you pictures of side-by-side pictures of all these people in Hollywood of these white Caucasian actors.
Okay.
I'll send you stuff when I see them. I send them to you.
Go ahead, Mike.
Listen, you heard the term test tube baby, right? Everybody heard the term test tube baby.
Sure.
There's one of our presidents who actually is a test tube baby.
Word to Robin Harris.
I would.
There's one of our presidents that's actually was invented from a test tube.
I wouldn't put that past life. I mean, I wouldn't put that past life. Now, the other thing you were talking about was kind of interesting, but I wouldn't put that past life. Mike, what were you about to say, bro?
Well, we'll see if they're clones, because clones only have about a third or 30 to 5% lifespan of the original.
Oh, is that how that works? Oh,
yeah. They said that they have been successful with cloning, but they haven't been successful where they can create similar longevity.
Okay.
So this is where
Tell
we
Kanye
are,
West
folks.
that.
Exactly.
So, like, this is where we are. We're in the era of Minority Report, X-Men. You understand?
Wait a minute, man.
Matrix.
Don't we know that our Biden is a clone? Everybody knows this, right? Let's be real. Everybody knows that Biden is a clone.
Who is Biden?
Well,
President Biden.
Who?
We've got an emergency.
Who?
President Biden is a clone.
Wait, hold up, homie. What you mean? You got a president? God?
Never mind. Allegedly, my bad. Allegedly.
What you talking about?
Allegedly.
Like, say, like, so Mike is my friend of mine, an associate of mine. I don't speak of him outside of the terms as to what he is. I don't call him my mother because he's not. I don't speak of something that I don't have in my life, is what I'm trying to say to you as a man and as a God. Like, are you kidding me? What are you talking? Who? So wait a minute. This dude Biden, did he wipe your butt today? Is that what happened?
I understand what you're talking about, Dome.
Do you understand what I'm talking about?
I was making.
I don't know a dude named Biden. Who's Biden? Who that? Who biting? Somebody biting? I know biting. Hip hop.
Do you have the original year that this clone test tube baby was born?
Well, it was 96. It came across an AP Associated poll on a device I had. It was like a little notebook. It was like a little computer, but it was 1996, bro. And it folded up, and I got news reports across it. All the other news reports were real. I don't know why this one wouldn't be, but I got a news report in 96, the summer of 96. And, maybe it could be Googled back. I don't even know. Google wasn't even real back then, but possibly the story could be pulled up. Summer of 96, where it was said on the Associated Press that a human baby had been cloned. And 2 weeks later, Mike, because I remember this like it was yesterday. I never forgot it. Like, because I was like, wait, they just said a human was cloned. Now they're talking about a sheep is cloned, and they ain't talking about the human no more. And listen, from that moment, I kept looking for the story for the human. When they going to talk about the human again? Nigga, it's 2023. They didn't talk about the human again. But they let the information out. Yo, a human baby has been cloned, blah, blah, blah. I read it with my own eyes. So all I'm saying is, I don't know the timeline. I don't know the time. Listen, my birthday is a testimony of the timeline being fucked up. I was born on March 21st, what we call March 21st. In a lot of parts of the world, that's the first day of the year, y'all. I didn't know that until I was a grown man, because in this country, that's the first day of spring. But guess what? Spring is when the crops come up. Anybody with sense will make that the beginning. When something starts to rise again, that's the beginning. That's why the ancient parts of the world called March 21st the first day of the year. Well, there were also 13 months and not 12. So everything is a lie. I mean, especially in this new quote unquote world that we're a part of.
That perception. I mean,
well, I like that. No, I like that.
Hold on,
because I like the perception part. I like that
because crops coming up don't just appear. You have to plant it. So if you plant it, somebody might call that
certain time of the year, bro. Listen, I ain't got nothing to do with the sun in the sky. That sun is on a cycle with, or I should say our planet is on a cycle with that sun, and crops come up at a certain part of that cycle. Now, that's just...
Yeah, but crops got to be planted.
Well, of course, but you know what? That's that cycle's going to happen regardless of whether you plant the crops or not. So the cycle is going to be there. Now, if you do the right thing, you'll get the right benefit from that cycle of the year. But that time of the year is constant. The beginning of the year is spring.
You could start it in June or something.
Yeah, but it's not the same cycle of year, though.
What I'm saying is, let's say I don't live my lifestyle based on crops. Let's say I live my lifestyle based on when fish come through the jet stream or the Gulf Stream.
But that's going to have to do with the cycle also. That's going to have to do.
But it might be a different cycle of the year. So
listen, everything has to do with the sun, bro. Like, I didn't make this stuff up, and we late getting here, Ken.
What I'm saying is, what time you chose to call the beginning of the year would kind of be relative.
I'll put it to you this way. Why would you start the beginning of your year in the middle of winter, bro, when the crops come up in the spring? Like, now, these are facts. This isn't theoretical.
Each region has a different thing. I might not ever have a winter. What's this winter thing you talking of?
This is true. This is true. So you do act according to your location, but in the location, especially the one that we all are from, there is a spring. The crops come up in the spring, bro.
I'm in Mexico, right? In December. I'm on the beach. I'm drinking. I go to watch a football game. I'm looking at a Chicago. I forget who Chicago was playing in Chicago. And it's snowing everywhere. And I'm like, for half a second, I said, why in the hell is all that snow?
Yeah.
And why they have all this Christmas stuff up?
Yeah.
I'm forgetting it's December.
Yes.
I'm in Mexico. I got shorts and sandals on, drinking umbrella.
You know what's great about what you're saying? You're proving my point. Mexico is not the U.S. Mexico doesn't have the same topography that the U.S. So, Ken, what I'm talking about is the dynamics of the culture that was taught to us here in this land. Talking about January 1st is the beginning of the year, when that's cockamamie. That's ridiculous. That doesn't make sense for this part of the world.
What I'm saying is, it's not necessarily a bad thing, because you're talking about what's relevant to me might not have been relevant to someone somewhere else.
Listen, I get that, but there's still hard facts to different regions of the world, bro. Like, different regions of the world will bring you different phenomena. We can agree on that. And at the end of the day, crops don't grow in this part of the world in January. And so why would that be the beginning of anything?
Much. This now 27-year-old cloned baby.
Yeah.
Happened to it.
Well, but see, for my money, again, that information was released in 1996. When they release information, bro, it's not like, oh, we found out, let's tell everybody. That's not how life works. Like, we don't, even on micro levels, we don't work like that. Like, you find out something, you don't go run into the internet. Well, some people do that, run to the internet and just tell their business. Right. But for the most part, people with intelligence don't do that. So when you talk about they released the information in 96, yeah, I read that in 96, but that would mean that it was already done. And again, when we find out, bro, that's why I say, when you have a singularity called a Bing bot on your phone, all bets are off. Transhumanism is the end of the line. This is the end of the chapter. For my money, I'm a writer, I feel like if I was in a sci-fi, we've been groomed for the past 70 to 85 years. Groomed as a species. Hear me clearly. Groomed as a species, obviously, the babies are born and you teach them what they need to know, and they grow up thinking it's natural and normal. It's a very simple thing to see. I once wrote a lyric that said, "Blessed are the children, for they only know what we tell them." Go ahead and have a kid today. Val has a daughter. Val could have taught her daughter Mandarin, and she could have been speaking full Mandarin right now. Val could have told her daughter anything. This is Zeltar 17. Her daughter would have grew up thinking this is Zeltar 17. So we're very malleable. We're actually open writable software, is what human beings are. We're writable software. And if you catch us through 0 to 7, boy, you got yourself a heck of a piece of software right there. So the transhumanism is here. Everybody says they're not getting in. I'm just curious as to. I'll lob this question around and we'll wrap it up. What happens when half of the planet is connected to the Neuralink and you're not? And they moving around. They can speak to each other telepathically. So, it creates, Mike, a new species of human versus the old species. That's coming up. Coming up, Mike, is the new species that has the Neuralink. Imagine if I have it and y'all don't. And I'm sitting up here looking at y'all like, these are idiots. They don't know. I'm connected.
But here's the unique distinction. One of those technologies is prevalent in the digital universe, but we're living in the physical universe. So eventually, those two universes might split apart. And what it was that they said, I will just leave it, with the original subconscious thing. Yeah, my partner, he built a whole lot of things in this studio and walked away. And I inherit his building. The meek shall inherit the earth.
Got it. Val? I hope you had a wonderful nap during the show. I hope you're spry and ready to go now. Val, what of it, Val? Like, we're in the era of transhumanism. Listen, Listen, I don't think it's any coincidence, Val, that we have trans people and we also have transhumanism. Listen, I'm a marketer. I know marketing when I see it. I've been marketed to all of my life. Ain't nowhere in the world that the whole trans thing is popping up, and now we have transhumanism too. That's all the same play. Val, what of it? What of this era? Just give us some lasting words.
I personally feel like the individuals that go in the direction of getting a chip or doing anything of that nature, they're going to lose the ability to be human.
Oh, whoa. Well, you're right. Yeah, I agree. They will not be solely human anymore. They will be android.
Yeah, they won't even be able to connect with the ones that don't.
I agree. That's why I said there's going to be a split. And those that are in the know this already, Mike. That's what I'm saying. Hassan, those in the know already know that there will be a split, a civil war on Earth, not on just in countries, a civil war on Earth when half of the humans are neural linked up and half are not. I promise you that day will look crazy. Give us some lasting words on the topic, bro.
Don't they already have that already, though?
Listen, by the time they show it to us, they have it. So I'm already there with you. By the time we see anything, it's
in
already
nature,
been
yes, but in nature, we already have that already. We have people who have souls and people who don't. And the people who don't have souls, they are not connected to their third eye, so they don't see stuff.
No.
And the people who have souls are superhumans a lot because they have souls.
I see what you're
saying. They have a third eye that's developed. So you tap it into your Neuralink already. If you have a consciousness, if you have chakras, if you have a soul, you're already connected to that already. You can ask for what you want in this world already with nature.
I like it.
Already.
Way to bring it home. Cronus, you drinking the Kool-Aid again. You see what I'm saying? You're drinking the Kool-Aid, that means you're going to get the Neuralink, my niggas. You're all Kool-Aid about it.
What's up?
Are you getting in or not, my nigga? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if everybody around you got the Neuralink and you the only one without it, out here looking slow, out here looking like, like the short bus, because everybody else is light speed. Like, you telling me you're not going to get it? You're not going to bow to that pressure?
All right. All right, let me get busy here.
Yeah.
All right. So one thing I've learned is, you know what I mean, well, I try to fit in when you're a standout. That's one. Number two, you know what I mean, take it back to the vaccination. You know what I mean? I was
to the vax.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So like I was a fool. I was a fool for not getting jabbed up. And then I got a text message by someone who was jabbed up who told me, you know what I mean, I couldn't come to their crib, this, that, and the third, you know what I mean?
Because you weren't vaxxed up?
Unless I wore a mask, you know what I mean? Somebody I love very dearly.
Wow.
And you know, and it was they was rock, they was, you know, they was stern in it, you know, feet planted in the ground about
10 toes
you know
down.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And you know, they told me, they said, yeah, you can't come in, you ain't got the vaccination. All right, cool. And then, you know, to get a text message from them, you know, a couple months later to say, hey man, I just caught it. But I thought you was good. You know
so you got it anyway, even though you was V'd up.
Yeah. But you know, not too much on them. You know what I mean? I still love them to death. You know what I mean? But you know, also, you know what I mean? Talking about getting something implanted in me. You know what I mean? Some type of electronic something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, so you know, I work for a company that handles internet.
Yeah.
And
data.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And you know, like, you know, when customers, you know, call in about their system not working and everything, and I'm looking at the system.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like,
that's gonna be how people gonna be calling in about their Neuralink.
Like I can so easily just, you know, shut your joint down.
See?
If you say something I don't like.
See, so Valerie, when you calling in about your Neuralink and you got a little attitude, Chris gonna shut you down.
Okay, but I'm not gonna have a Neuralink. Okay,
but Val,
so he's not gonna shut me down.
Val, it's already been established. You're a woman. You will follow suit. Eventually,
I will not follow suit. I do not want that.
And then you're going to call into customer service, and Chris is going to be like, "Ma'am, you have an attitude. I'm going to shut you down for 15 minutes."
They're already doing that with Google and Apple and all these apps and everything.
They did that to me on the PlayStation. Mike, I was playing basketball on the PlayStation. I had to quit the game to answer the door. I came back to tell me we're going to shut you down for 15 minutes because we don't appreciate quitting. I paid for the service. I paid for the game. They shut me down for 15 minutes, Hassan, because they said they don't like quitting. I had to go to the door. So I got punished by the video game.
By who?
By the video game that I paid for. This is the PlayStation 5 that I paid $3 million for. You understand me? I paid for it. They shut me down because of my social. Because I wasn't acting right. Kenny.
For the record, Val, I ain't gonna. I'm gonna boost you up. I ain't gonna shut you down.
Wow. That's a lawsuit.
She logged
That's a lawsuit. Don't do that.
We gotta.
This show is not responsible for anything that comes out of Cronus the Ill's mind. All is mine. Kendo Mickens. Kenny, if your wife, wait, let me set you up, Ken. Because if your wife, Kenny, I went ahead and got the Neuralink. My school, you know, everyone, you know, I'm a teacher and everyone at the school, we all have it. So I have it now. I think you should get it too, babe.
You know, when we grew up, y'all used to call me Mr. Opposite.
Yeah.
Touched the nerve a little bit as a young man, but I embrace it now.
Yeah.
It already has me prepped and ready to say, nah, bruh.
Nah.
I'm good. I'm gonna go the opposite way.
Yeah.
So I only can go with my opposite nature. So when they say link up, I'm gonna be like, you know what? I've been this many years on the planet without it. I'm good. I can still find me a phone booth or something. I don't need to be linked up. I walk out the door.
Even if all of your surroundings are, Kenny, even if everybody around you, see, that's when it starts to get hard, I think. Because it's like if your world. Go ahead, I'm listening.
It does, but unfortunately, you do have to draw your line in the sand.
True indeed.
Because again, just like they shut you down for 15 minutes because you quit.
Yeah.
Who's to say they don't shut you down for a day?
Hey, that's the whole point. Chris was making the point. Cronus was making the point that he can shut the customer off.
You didn't say, I now have a president. We're gonna shut you down for a whole day, a week.
Oh.
You wake up emaciated, dry mouth.
Looking for
I'm
Biden.
on board now, sir.
Looking for Biden? Biden, my president, sir? Okay.
Who's to say? So why would you link up?
Listen, it's been a great show. It's been a great topic, great informative points of view, opinions even. Yeah. Boy, we are in a time now. I mean, like the era we're in now, can we keep up with it? All I can really say is that all the sci-fi has come to pass. Like I've lived long enough to see all of the sci-fi, quote unquote, fake stuff in my world. Look, there's a flat screen. That flat screen was in Star Trek in the 60s. There were no flat screens on planet Earth in the 60s or the 70s or the 80s. Huh? There were no flat screens in the 80s, Kenny, when we were playing ColecoVision at your house in your living room. We weren't playing on a flat screen. So, all of the accoutrements, back when I was a kid, I used to have to go to a studio with a microphone like this to record something. I'm in my little place. The whole studio's here. Listen, man, I don't know where we at anymore. I can't call it. Someone said the more you know nothing. And yeah, I like to consider myself intelligent, but I must be honest. And most of the intelligent friends of mine, cohorts, associates, probably agree. Yeah, I've learned a lot of stuff, and everything I've learned has sat me down in my seat to say, I don't know a damn thing. Number one, half of the stuff, I'm just parroting. I'm just regurgitating the stuff. That's when I became a scientist because I realized you're just regurgitating. You need to do some research. You need to do some science on your own. You need to do some MC equals E squared. Something like that. Fuck Einstein.
I think you know exactly where we're at.
This nigga's stupid.
Hey, I don't like, you know what? That's the second time in 2 months you called me stupid. That's like, you might as well call me a motherfucker. You're a gorilla, but I don't call you that every damn show.
I don't curse.
Well, see, I don't believe in none of that. I'm not a believer. I don't think cursing is what is that? I'm expressing myself, and you're a gorilla. I'm stupid, and you're a gorilla. On the next. Yeah, you see, Mike, you see how it devolves? You see how one of my best friends in the world calls me stupid on a podcast that goes out to the world. That's ridiculous. He's a gorilla, though.
It's all love. It's all love.
It's okay. I forgive him because it's gorilla culture to talk out of turn like that.
Well, if he was a woman and you were a woman,
MC equals E squared. This nigga's stupid.
if he was a woman and you're a woman, you guys will no longer be friends.
Hey, first of all, I don't even know, but okay, yeah,
that could be true,
it's hard to get into that analogy because I'm not a woman.
I can't even think.
We out of here, man. Listen, transhumanism, folks, look it up. Will you get in? Will you get in? Will you stay human, or will you move to the next stage in evolution? Hey,
listen. The only trans I'm rocking with is the Trans Euro Express.
Oh, I thought you. Oh, Thought you was about to give us a revelation today, brother. I thought you was about to drink the red Kool-Aid, brother.
Piece of craft work, you know what I'm saying? That's all.
Yo, let's go around the room, man. Let's wrap it up. Valerie, ladies first. Let them know where they can find you and whether you'll be getting into the Neuralink and the places that they can find you.
Okay. Well, I've already said I'm not going to be a part of that madness and that nonsense, but you can find me at Val Forensic Gal. That's VALL Forensic Gal on Instagram. And you can find me with my show, Cybersecure You, on onestream.tv.
Yeah.
That's how you can find me.
And that's 2:00 on Fridays, yeah?
Every Friday at 2 p.m.
Yeah, there it is. There it is.
There it is.
Cronus the Ill. Tell folks where they can see you working out and you and your friends in the mist are hanging. Tell them where they can see you. You get
friends in the mist.
You get it? The gorillas?
You catch me on all the socials. KRONISTHEILL. Cronus the Ill, aka Jim Johnson, aka Papa Squat, aka Bench Montana. Catch me in LA Fitness getting busy wherever it is, you know what I'm saying?
AKA you wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Mike, One Stream Productions, Grand Studio right there at Centinela and what is that cross street? Centinela and
Hyde Park Place.
Hyde Park Place, a upstanding studio for podcasting and other productions. Tell them about yourself and where they can find you, Mike.
Well, they can find us on onestream.tv. If you drive down Centinela Boulevard, you'll see the 2 big 10-foot windows that are just glaring stuff out. That's us.
Yeah.
You can also dial direct a telephone number. Wow. And it's very easy. 323-296-4444.
Nice.
6 and 4 is 10. So, and then if you're into regenerating those cells and getting them to the exponential growth, you can always contact me at breatheinfinity.com.
Perfect, bro. Thanks for stopping in with us today. Kendo Mickens. Hey, I think there's going to be, I listen, I don't want no trouble in the future with you and the wife, but if she gets the Neuralink and you don't want to get it, that's going to be a problem. That's all I'm saying. Kelly, if she gets a Neuralink and you don't want to get it, then what are we doing?
Divorce?
You can find me or Kenny L. Unchanging on Instagram.
Good.
Mr. Opposite. Yeah. I'm going to put my name as Mr. Opposite.
Mr. Opposite.
Unplugged.
Yeah. Well, hey man, good seeing you again this week. Looking forward to next. And last but not least.
Oh, we gotta get the wheat juice plug.
Oh no, last but not least, Mr. That's Not True. You understand me? Kenny, we're talking about TTT, Hassan McCullough.
What's up?
You got a book? Is that a book?
That look like an obituary.
That's a pimp. Can you see that?
No.
You disappeared.
Somebody said it looked like an obituary, man.
Like
what's going on out here? What's
you
going
guys
on?
are funny.
Knock it off.
There
we can see it now. We can see it now.
We juice, man.
Yeah, man. We live. We love. We juice.
We juice. Also support my brother Kevin Behringer at Real Noggers.
Yeah,
realnoggers.com.
Yeah.
He's on YouTube.
Every Saturday at 11 a.m.
11 a.m.
By the way, I wanted to ask you a question of juice. You juice veggies and you eat fruit. You don't juice fruits, right?
I juice the fruits and both. I do both.
What about that blood sugar content stuff?
What do you mean blood sugar?
Oh, when you do the juicing and you break down the fiber in the fruit,
very sweet.
You drink it. Doesn't it make your
my juice has fiber in it? So, but my juices have fiber in my juices.
Oh wow!
It doesn't have all of it, but it has some of it. you know.
Okay.
But I don't really believe that I don't really believe in that because everything goes in your bloodstream anyway. So if it bypasses your small intestine, especially fruits and stuff, you know, some vegetables too, you can do it sometimes. You still yield the nutrients from the minerals
Do
because you
you
need
see a
minerals
spike in
anyway.
sugar? I think he was getting at the sugar content. Do you see a
But the
spike?
sugar doesn't matter when it's natural sugar, especially for indigenous people. The problem with indigenous people eating the fake that white sugar, that's the worst for us. But the fruit from the sun, if you really believe in the sun, the fruit hangs on the trees and all the sun energy goes to the fruit. So you're supposed to eat the fruit. You're supposed to have the fruits regardless because you're getting the sun energy, especially if you have carbon. So you need that energy, you know.
Got it. Well, you need that if you're transhuman. On that note, yo, we out. We out. Yo, it's been a great show. You understand me?
Good
We'll be
question.
back next week with another one. But until then,